There is so much I want to say, and there are so many topics that I want to cover. I have an insight into a world of social media that I believe not many people are aware of in terms of how it works in advertisements, how I know a lot of other social media personalities and just how fake it all is. And I say fake because I don't think anyone has bad intentions. I just think they're caught up in it like I was. I have a whole career built around social media. What I'm doing scares the absolute fuck out of me. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's going to happen next. I have no idea how I'm going to make money. And yeah, last night I got really scared because I was like, holy shit, I have all these messages, but how are people going to hear them? But then I reminded myself very clearly why I'm doing this. Taking myself off social media is a wake-up call to anyone and everyone who follows me. I had the dream life. I had 500,000 people interested in me on social media, on Instagram, sorry. I had over 100,000 views on most of my videos on YouTube. To a lot of people, I made it. I was signed with, I still am technically signed with, and I don't want to model at all anymore, but I'm signed with one of the biggest agencies in Australia. I had one of the biggest agencies in America want to sign me for modeling and for my YouTube. I had messages and messages of big companies, brands, sponsorships, on my hands, and I was in LA and I was at a pinnacle of success in what I thought it was. I was dating a guy that was way more famous than me, way more successful, had an amazing car, beautiful beyond words, and he was fucking depressed. And I was like, what, you have everything. I was surrounded by all this wealth and all this fame and all this power, and yet they were all miserable. And I had never been more miserable. I'm the girl that had it all, and I want to tell you that having it all on social media means absolutely nothing to your real life. And it might for a second, yeah, like I was making changes in a small amount to do with veganism, to do with whatever, positive thinking. But at the same time, everything I was doing was edited and contrived and to get more value and to get more views, to get more, I had all this in me that I just wanted more people to hear me. So everything I did was for views, for likes, for followers. I did shoots for like hours just to get photos for Instagram. I would meet up with people and talk and connect, whatever, but just make photos for Instagram. Like, yes, I could connect with them, but the basis of what we were doing wasn't just love and in nature and getting out there and talking about life. It was social media, which is now a business. If you don't think it's a business, you're deluding yourself. Unless you follow like very clean accounts. When you're following someone and they have a lot of followers and they're promoting products, they are paid. Companies will email you with dot points of what you should say, with times of the day to post, with what you should do in the photo, with how you should hold the product or where you should have it in the background. Companies know the power of social media and they are exploiting it. But it's far bigger than any company or anything else. I quit social media for my 12-year-old self. When I was 12, I told myself I meant nothing, that I was worthy of nothing because I wasn't popular online, I wasn't a model, I wasn't beautiful by society's standards. At 12, I obsessively stalked everyone that was that online. I looked at other girls who were models, who were beautiful, who were famous on YouTube. They had all of this likes and all of these views and followers, and I thought, damn, they would be so happy surrounded by all these people that love them and appreciate them. I want that. I want to be valued. I remember looking at the catalog for a good life. You don't have to prove your body for you to feel beautiful. You don't have to be a fucking model to know that you are beautiful. You don't have to do any of that, because let me tell you, it's not real. There are so many people talking about this. I am not alone. Cara Delevingne made a video, did a talk or whatever, I'll link it below, saying how she had everything and still had fucking depression. She let numbers define her. She let people, this idea of happiness, define her, and she had everything and she still felt so lost. This movement is something so much bigger, more bigger than myself. What I'm doing here is a statement that real life isn't through screens. That yes, you can get social, I'm not against social sharing. I'm against the current status of social media. And I have everything to lose by doing this. But majority of people watching this that don't have a career on social media, you have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. There are people around you. Go do things that you love to do in the real world. Volunteer, help out somewhere, go to an animal shelter, go to a cafe and just sit and meet people, go on a bus. There are people around you. You can go outside and meet people and feel connected. You don't need to prove your value on social media to feel valued. You don't need to do it. I did it. I spent 3 fucking years doing it every day. And I've realized I threw away real connections, or it's so easy just to distract yourself with social media. At 12, because I felt lonely and different, instead of, pursuing art and writing, it was easier to follow people that looked like they were happy. It was easy to follow people online that had heaps of views, that were beautiful by society standards. I looked at them and studied them and envied them and wished I was them. It's easier to want and sit and view online. It's a lot harder just to sit alone with yourself and get real with your life. No one does that anymore. When the last 2 weeks of LA, I turned off my phone for a week, and this is when this all happened, because I realized I didn't know myself without social media and without my physical appearance. And I thought that I could talk about these messages online, but then I realized that being on social media for me meant that I was somehow showing people that likes and views equal worth, that you don't have to do anything but explore what excites you. You don't need you don't need big fancy things. Take it from me, I did it all in LA. I saw it all. I had glimpses of the life I thought I wanted. And all I could think about was money and numbers and how good I was looking, how toned I was looking. I was obsessed with how I looked like. And my skin was worse. It just reacted because I didn't feel good. We all want to feel valued. Don't let them trick you. This video was really rough and short. I'm sorry. I just wanted to get it off my chest that this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's a movement that is far greater than I. And if you want to support me, there is a support page where I can't afford rent right now. And even just, it's like I'm embarrassed to admit that I need help, that if you like my videos or like any of my posts, or you like this website, if this is of value to you, then yeah, please support me, because I can't afford my own real life. I spent the last week just trying to do this website, and I can't even, it's like I'm embarrassed to say that, hey, I'd rather you support what I'm doing by you paying what you think it's worth to you. It's like that's embarrassing or wrong, but promoting endless products, getting cheap views on YouTube, or being a model, that's like, using my looks for money, that's okay. But actually just making a new thing where I'm like, I really suffered from social media and I want to talk to anyone else that's currently swept up into it. And yeah, like if you think that's cool, support me. It's like I'm embarrassed to say that. It's like I'm ashamed that I no longer, I don't know. But yesterday I was really scared about what I was doing. I'm not like confident, and I'm scared. I was like, shit, like how are people gonna know about this? Like I'm taking myself off the grid. But then I had to remind myself that I'm doing this because it's a wake-up call. And 2, I'm not doing this for myself at 18. But I'm doing this for myself at 12 mostly. Because that girl deserves someone to say this. She did. And yeah. If you can do one thing for me, it would be to turn off your phone. Just turn it off. Don't even use the forum. I know the forum's amazing on my site, but don't even use it. Turn off your phone. Go somewhere. Do something you love. And then talk to the people that are also doing that as well. You don't need to find your interests online. You don't need to just rely on social media to meet people. Go volunteer. Go to an animal shelter. Go do something. Go out to a cafe, to a beach, to a park. Just go walk your dog or do something and meet someone else that's doing the same. Just go up and talk to someone. And just be like, oh, I love your dog. Or like, oh, isn't the surf great today? I don't know, but just talk. It's scary and weird to just talk to a stranger, but how fucked up is that really? We feel so alone and we're just surrounded by everyone's on their phones, equally feeling as alone. Just go up to someone and talk to them. I want to create t-shirts for this movement. I want someone to wear something that's like funny and like about this movement, and then hopefully if they wear them then they can talk to someone. Like imagine a t-shirt that says, I like people, please come and please talk to me. Like I want to wear that stuff, because really all we need is to feel valued and feel loved by the people around us, and to be doing something that makes us feel alive, whether that's creating something, it's art, it's beautiful, making a change, making a difference. Everything else, social approval and all this excess money, yeah, there's so much I want to say, and there's so many topics I want to cover. There's so much that I know that you don't know, that no one talks about. Yeah.